Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to the first ever CONCACAF Central American Cup match. Tonight we are watching Real Esteli FC versus CSD Xelajú MC in the CONCACAF Champions Cup 2023 group stage in Group B. Real Esteli FC contra CSD Xelajú MC en la Copa Centroamericana de la CONCACAF, fase de grupos, Grupo B, Jornada 1. Primer partido de la Copa Centroamericana. Be a fun one tonight. First match ever. I agree with that. I agree. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows. For Real Esteli in goal, Douglas Forvis, Marlon Lopez, Jose Quijano, Marvin Fletes, Ebert Martinez, Vancy Hernandez, Oscar Acevedo, Harold Medina, Juan Pereira, Baron Bonilla, and Arlie Bonilla. For Xelajú in goal, Jose Calderon, Wilder, Wilbur Renteria, Kenner Gutierrez, Hector Morera, Kevin Ruiz, Javier Gonzalez, Juan Cardona, Maynor de Leon, Aaron Navarro, Darwin Lom, and Jorge Vargas for Xelajú. That's what we got here. Love the colors of the thumbnail. Well, I had to keep it somewhat red because you know how the Central American Cup, the way they color it. So I had to throw on a filter on Instagram stories. And I make them through Instagram stories so I could have the colored background. I don't know if I popped that out, but I make them through Instagram stories. So I put a filter on that made it look more red and like it's sort of a pinkish red, but that's kind of what they use too for Central American Cups. So I tried to keep it close. I have to do the same thing for the Caribbean Cup for that greenish background, but we can make it work. Yeah, I agree with that. Why is CCL still not 16 teams? Because they wanted to expand it. That's why. And give MLS more chances. And I guess Liga MX theoretically too, but theoretically Liga MX gets more chances too, but theoretically Buffon retired today. That sucks. What do you think about Bruce leaving the Revs? It sucks the reason why it's happening. I'm not surprised Bruce is a curmudgeon at the very least, but I would rather I don't want to see him go out the way he is. I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it for him that he's going to go out in disgrace. Even though he's a fraud and his teams are frauds, I mean, Bruce Arena's a coaching legend. I mean, technically, if he went out in 2017, he would have went out in disgrace too, but a different kind of it. But still, I think the Revs will be better when he leaves, to be honest. But I wonder, the thing that gets me is I wonder what he said and what possessed him to say it. I know he's in his 60s, but I think he's from New York, yeah? I don't know. It's not like he's from freaking Georgia or Mississippi. I mean, it would be yeah. I don't know what he said and what possessed him to say it, but you know what? Even if you and then to say it publicly, you know? I mean, nobody's perfect, but you got to know if you do some shit like that, you're in trouble. Like, even to cover your own, I mean, you just got to know. You just got to know. But nowadays, maybe he said something that just became a minefield. I don't know. We'll find out. Amazing signing for the Crew if they get Diego Rossi. They're going to win MLS Cup if they get him, to be honest. Where can we watch this game? Fox Soccer or FoxSports.com, Fox Soccer Plus, incognito window trick. That's what I'm watching on the computer. The CONCACAF Central American Cup. Oh, they have new patches. They're black. They're not reddish. They're black patches with the Central American Cup logo. That's interesting. Oh, it has a red outline. Okay. Like a wine-colored outline, but it's a black patch. Why do you force yourself to watch these games? Now, that's just Toronto. This would be better in Toronto. I mean, but seriously, who talks about CONCACAF? Not many people. If I was just talking about European games, I'd be another brick in the wall. And nothing. Doing something different. I mean, I love CONCACAF, but I'm also doing something different. Besides, this isn't Toronto. Toronto's the bad ones. Those are the not fun ones. These are fun. CONCACAF Central American Cup, or formerly CONCACAF League, now Central American Cup, is pretty fun. Central American Cup. Real Esteli starting 11. Douglas Forvis, Marvin Fletes, Byron Bonilla, Marlon Lopez, Harold Medina, Juan Barrera, Arlie Bonilla, Micolta, Everett Martinez, Oscar Acevedo, Jose Quijano, Bonsi Hernandez for Real Esteli. Well, that's just stupid. Yeah, the Timbers are making some good moves. Like, who are these teams? Two Central American teams. Xelajú from Guatemala. Real Esteli's been around a lot in CONCACAF. They've been in a lot of Champions Leagues and CONCACAF leagues as well. Xelaju's newer. I mean, they've not been around as much. By newer, I mean they haven't been around as much. They don't make it every year, but they've had a pretty good season to get there. So Real Esteli, pretty good team. At least Central American wise. Fernando Moran from Panama is the referee. Bruno Vargas, the AR's fourth official. Vergara, all Panamanian crew. Any notable players? Darwin Lom plays for Xelajú. Darwin Lom plays for Xelajú. You may have heard of Darwin Lom before, if you pay any attention. Xelajú. Jose Calderon, Kenner Gutierrez, Maynor de Leon, Darwin Lom, Javier Gonzalez, Jorge Vargas, Juan Cardona, Wilbur Renneria, Kevin Ruiz, Hector Morera, and Aaron Navarro. Brian Lemus. I've heard of him before. I don't know if you have, but I have. On the bench there. Remember, the Leagues Cup knockout prediction video will come up, premiere after, well, not exactly after this game, but 7:50 by the time. I'll be ready to watch it when it comes up to premiere, because I have to do the RSR and all that. So hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Game about to start. Real Esteli wearing red. Xelajú wearing slate gray, which that's a pretty cool shirt. I think Acosta is going to be the first ever Honduran player the Timbers have. I think you're right. No, there's 5 people that are interested. I'm sure a lot of Real Esteli fans and Xelajú fans are interested. if they found it. And we're off. Esteli kicks off the Central American Cup, and we're off. Playing forward. Esteli playing it around the back. Oh, nice. About to get pushed out, but they keep it in. That's a good play. Holding possession for that long, I wish Toronto knew how to do that. That's a free kick for Xelajú in the defensive end. It's official Acosta the Timbers. That's a good move. Good move. I like that Xelajú kit, though. I know Rory's watching. I know he told me he was watching. I know he's watching. Hey, if you want to talk to me, I'm flattered. Over the top. Oh. That's out. Goal kick for Esteli. Playing forward here. It's been a pretty okay game so far. It's only been a minute, but still hasn't been anything really out of the realm. That's a free kick. That was just ugh. I mean, it looked worse probably because he jumped, but that's definitely a foul. I wonder who makes the Esteli's kits. I do not know that brand. I got to look that up. I do not know that brand. Two minutes in, 0-0, settle. I thought Esteli wore Umbro before. So I guess it's a new shirt brand. Last time I saw him play, I thought they were wearing Umbro. Chance! Oh! Right to the keeper. Right to the Xelajú keeper. Xelajú wears Kelme, yeah. 50-50. I know Kelme. I've seen that before. Oh, nice. How we doing, Ozan? Welcome to history. The first ever CONCACAF Central American Cup game. Of course, I was going to go live for it. Speaking of live streams, wish Under Armour was sponsoring more clubs. Yeah, I agree with that. What's the weirdest non-common brand you owned? I mean, every football kit is a common brand. I have Nike, Adidas, Macron, Umbro. I have a Puma shirt. I don't have any Kelme shirts. I don't have Joma shirts. I don't have a Kappa shirt. And Kappa, I'd say, is normal. Kappa is probably like the last normal common brand. Hummel. I don't have Hummel either. Playing forward. Capelli. There's some Capelli kits. Capelli Sport. Yeah, there's some Capelli Sport kits. Played forward. Cross. Header. Ooh. Missed. Oh! That's a defensive free kick. Yep. I've never heard of that. I have Reebok. I don't have any Reebok kits either. Or I don't even have a NFL jersey that's Reebok that I could still wear. 4th minute. I had it before. I don't have it now. 0-0, settle. Free kick here. It's a bit rough of a game, I gotta say. They're playing a bit rough. Or Xelajú just knows how to draw fouls. Either way. Bad giveaway. Esteli on the break. But good tackle to put the ball back to Xelajú. Get the ball back to Xelajú. That's out for a throw for Esteli. I'd say Esteli slightly the better team so far. Esteli playing forward. Playing forward. Oh. Thoughts on OL Reign as a club. They're a very good club in the NWSL. They're a talented team. They have a very good group of players. I mean, I have no problem with OL Reign as a club. I think they're a most hype watch along. Now, there's been better. But OL Reign, I respect the club. I have no problem with 7th minute. I have no problem with OL Reign. I think they're a well-run club, even though I am a Thorns fan when it comes to the NWSL. Obvious reasons. I have no problem with OL Reign. I think they're a well-run side. They play good football. It's a Toronto Blue Jays postseason shirt from 2016. Yeah, 16. That's why it says, well, that's what they were doing for every club in the playoffs in 2016. But of course, the way it was written in their font, of course I was going to get it. They didn't, but still. They didn't, but still. I didn't even get a playoff shirt last year for the Jays. They didn't deserve it. That was horrible. I still got a 2021, but a 2021 or 2022 one, no. I don't want to remember that freaking choke job. 8th minute, 0-0. Oh, that's cool. I wonder how you got it. Classic football shirts. 8th minute. They call him Winvo a dinosaur because he's not that old. He's collected an old kit. I bet from classic football shirts. Or local store just got a shirt shipment from Spain. It was in the sports box. There's only, well, suffice it to say. Cross in. Header. Oh, shot. Blocked off the head of the defender. Rebound. Goal. Offside. Yes. Offside. Offside for Esteli. Yeah, he was offside when the ball was played. But what about after that was offside. Yeah. That's a good call. No VAR, by the way. Oh, just so you know, there's no VAR, by the way. CONCACAF Central American Cup has no VAR. It's all up to the referee's discretion. Oh! They think there might have been a handball on the play before the offside, but again, no VAR. Did they have VAR for CONCACAF League? I don't think so. Watching Copa Sudamericana round of 16 between Libertad and Fortaleza. How's the game going in Central America Cup? Esteli is slightly the better team, I would say. 10 minutes in. Xelajú, they've been living on the edge a bit here, I would say. How could this be a serious tournament? Because it qualifies the CONCACAF Champions Cup. It qualifies 6 Central American teams to CONCACAF Champions Cup. That's how it's a serious tournament. Besides, VAR is a freaking pox on this world anyway. VAR is a pox on this world anyway. You know what? I like some games playing like it's the olden days where there's no VAR. That's just because Toronto gets screwed over by it all the time. Or Canada. Or anybody I'm watching. So you know what? Anybody I want to win, I'm watching, they get screwed over by VAR. So you know what? I'm not too fond of it. So. Playing an Antigua football ground because Xelajú doesn't even have a 10K seat stadium or lockers. But this is at Esteli Stadium. They're playing at Esteli right now, so I guess you're talking about their home games. Well, I mean, it may be the most serious, but it's not the only fun tournament. I'd say CCL Conca Champions is still more fun, and its derivatives. Cross in, 11th minute, caught, save there. They deserve to lose. And Vlatko Andonovski has lost that damn locker room. Not that I'm saying that I hate it. I like to see it. But Vlatko's losing that damn locker room. They should have lost. And they should have been knocked out. And yeah, somebody said that Portugal, United States, if USA were to lose, it would have been on the level of Trinidad and Tobago. How bad that game was in U.S. history. And you can't disagree. I mean, I don't disagree that the Libertadores is probably the most serious tournament in the Americas. CONCACAF Go or Fox Soccer or FoxSports.com. I don't think so. Carly Lloyd spoke the truth last night. I would agree. Shot, save! Save! Almost runs through the hands, but just at the last second saved. 12th minute, 0-0, 0-0 again. Real Esteli is just dominating here. I wouldn't say dominating, but they are definitely the better side. At some point, they're going to break through here. If it keeps going the way it is, Xelajú going to be lucky to get a point, let alone win the game. Let alone win the game. But again, the U.S. woman, has it already been 11 minutes? 13 to be exact. But again, the U.S. woman should have lost to Portugal. Vlatko's lost that room. I feel like this started 2 seconds ago. You must be the Flash. But Vlatko has lost the locker room. I mean, he's not that good of a manager. He never was. He was just the best in the NWSL when he got hired. Nice play. Real Esteli just looks like they're about to dominate Xelajú at some point. The dam's going to break. Cross in. Maxi Morales looks like he's come back to NYC. That's what I thought, what I saw. Looks like he's coming back to NYCFC. Netherlands versus Greece next month. Euro qualifiers, the men. That's not Italy. I don't care. Jamaica plays Brazil in the morning, huh? You know what? I hope Jamaica beats Brazil. It would put them through, too. First football I watched was the 2006 World Cup. Chose to root for Italy. And when they won, it just, well, of course it stuck, but I saw Italy win the World Cup in 2006, and I'm like, yeah, this is it. I think I have a little bit of Italian blood, too, but don't quote me on that. I didn't realize that till recently, though. I see that, yeah. Pretty much, basically, after they won, I want them to win the 2006 World Cup. I chose them. I guess I don't know if I really rooted for CONCACAF. Overall, it was really, I just went and picked Italy, and then they won, and I stuck with it. And I think I have a little bit of Italian blood. Not much, but I think I do. But that's something I just figured out recently. So, well, I mean, I'm 23, so that ain't really out of the realm of possibility. That isn't weird. The first World Cup and the first football I watched was the 2006 World Cup that I could pay attention about and watch. The 2002 World Cup I was 2 years old. I barely could read. I think the first word I read was after that 2002 World Cup, I guess. So, yeah, I know. 23 minus 6 is 17. I can do that math. I remember everything from like when I was 4 on. Again, I started reading at 2.5. So. Like, I don't remember really. Only things I remember from like when I was 1, 2, or 3 was what I was told. Like, I started really remembering things at 4. Like, I have a pretty much photographic memory. So. '18th minute. But I still think I have some Italian blood anyway, so it's not like it's weird that I picked Italy. Maybe I was called to pick it and I just didn't. I remember when Italy missed the World Cup. Goal! Goal de Esteli! 1-0. The header's put past. It's 1-0. 1-0. Real Esteli. Wow, what a play. Crossed in. How many teams did you predict that actually passed to the next round of Leagues Cup? I'm not pulling up the bracket challenge right now, but I know I picked Portland, Tigres, Cruz Azul, or not Cruz Azul, Miami at Atlanta instead of Cruz Azul. Big header there. Amazing header from Real Esteli. Marked, but he just gets up there and puts it past. 1-0. Beautiful. Goal for Bonilla Micolta in the 19th minute. Bonilla. Arlie Bonilla scores the header in the 19th minute. There's your first ever goal in the CONCACAF Central American Cup. Arlie. Real Esteli leads 1-0. 1-0. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll think about it. On average, 2.5 weeks. Shot. I mean, I'm glad I didn't miss that goal. Me either. That was a good header. Great cross, header in. Perfect header. Oh, past the post. Xelajú almost tied it up. I mean, people, I guess, care more about talking to me than this match. I mean, somebody already said it, so. Oh. Well, that sucks. Takes about 2 seconds to think about it. Went and closed it. Damn. Just have to refresh it at the half. There we go. Just curious. Yeah, it takes me about 2.5 weeks to read a book. 375 pages. Again, but I used to read them quicker, but I'm busy. So if I read, it's going to take me a bit to just, read a chapter a day. If there's 375 pages, that's about 15 to 18 chapters. What is this poor defending from Esteli? You mean Xelajú? Hey, if it ain't hurt you, how's it poor? To be honest, I don't know. What if these teams were in Leagues Cup? They would be whipped. They would beat up. They would be beat up by the other teams. I don't read books, says Captain Falcon. Well, I mean, I like reading sometimes. Almost gave up a goal, but they didn't they? They're still up 1-0, so. As I said, Xelajú would be lucky to just get a point. So they sort of blew that. I bet they won't get another chance like that before Esteli scores another. What if these teams face Monterrey? 6-0 for Monterrey against Bo. Tano Ortiz would look like a genius again. And then he'll blow it again in the knockout rounds. Never trust Tano Ortiz in a knockout round game. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Never trust Tano Ortiz in a knockout round game. Don't do it. You'd be stupid too. Cross in. I do touch on that on my predictions video too. Italy won the Euros, so what are you saying? What are you saying? 23rd minute, 1-0, 1-0, Real Esteli. Bonilla scores the header. Fourth minute. Do you think Reece James' sister, Lauren James, is the best female football in world football? You know what? Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I agree. Lauren James is the best women's footballer right now. I agree with that. Amazing goal earlier last game, I think. Yeah, for England, or 2 games ago now, because the last game they just played today. Yeah. I mean, the USA doesn't have the best player in women's football now. Canada doesn't either. If they had the best player in women's... If Canada or the USA had the best player in women's football, they wouldn't be down bad right now. Canada used to. They don't anymore. Chivas pulled a Santino Morella Royal Rumble entrance. I wasn't ready. 1-0 for Fortaleza. Hadema. I like Jordan Hadema. Not the best player in the world. He's not the best player in the world. I mean, plays for OL Reign now. Don't remind me. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I never thought the Canadian women would do that. I never thought they would get grouped in a very humiliating way. So, Forza Australia, hey, good for them. Main thing is that nobody will care in 2 days. I mean, mostly, yeah, you're right. But that's just the same thing about the World Cup in general in North America. Like whether it's men's or women's. In North America, if after the World Cup the team gets eliminated from the World Cup, they could care less about football for another 4 years. Shot! Off the post! Free kick anyway, the other way for Xelajú. Well, I mean, Sam Kerr is a good player, but right now I think Lauren James has better potential. He's about to hit it. Pachuca match prediction, Houston wins. Houston is going to give Pachuca problems. The last time Pachuca played a team that gave them hell, they lost. Remember the Motagua tie? So I think it'll happen again. Who's winning the MLS this season? Ooh. That's a good question because Columbus is getting Diego Rossi. You know, Columbus just beat up America. Columbus is a favorite. A dark horse, but a favorite nonetheless. Columbus, St. Louis will probably fraud it up when the playoffs actually hit. LAFC, I don't think they're going to go back-to-back. Portland, I think they're going to make a run. Miami's probably going to make a run. Revolution ain't winning it. Cincinnati may, but the number 1 seed always sort of falls in both conferences. I'm going to say the conference final in the East is Columbus versus Cincinnati, and Columbus wins. Then Columbus wins the MLS Cup, whether it's against St. Louis or Portland. So I'm going to buy Columbus stock right now. Diego Rossi, if he's anywhere near as good as he was at LAFC, Cucho and Diego Rossi is going to be a mind-blowing situation. So that is kind of weird, yeah? Can they be Houston in the round of 32? No, I think Houston's going to make their lives a living hell, Pachuca. And the last time that happened, they lost to Motagua. So you know what? Oh, by the way, that was at home, too, by the way. So I think Houston can beat Pachuca. Pachuca hasn't been really that good since. Yeah, it was crazy. Cincinnati could win MLS Cup because I feel it. Fair. But Cincinnati, Portland, Columbus, those are like the 3 biggest contenders in my book right now. I don't think the Revs will fraud it up like always. Cincinnati, you got to watch out for the first seed curse, but St. Louis will probably, when they're playing a real team, they're not going to look good. When St. Louis plays a real team, it's not going to go well. 30th minute. LA Galaxy is cool, same with LAFC. Well, they may be cool, but LA Galaxy ain't winning the trophy, and I could guarantee you that. I don't think LAFC will either. Do you remember Gas? I remember. I love that channel. He used to have MLS I used to remember MLS. I used to have MLS highlights, MLS content. I miss it. I loved Guts. Figure It Out, Finders Keepers, Legends of the Hidden Temple. I used to watch that channel all the time until it got taken down. Double Dare 2000. I love that channel. Get the Picture, Arcade, that MLS content. Yes. At the end there. No. I agree with that. We go live for Pachuca. No. I'm going live for LAFC versus Juarez. So tomorrow will be Miami live, Miami Orlando live, LAFC Juarez live, review LAFC Juarez because it's a bit too tight. Thursday, I will be live for the Hudson River Derby, and I'll be live for Leon RSL, and I will review Leon RSL because, again, tight window. Then on Friday, I'll be live for Cincinnati versus the Cincinnati game, and I'll be live and review for Portland Monterey. So that's what I got this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Those will be up in a bit. Those streams will be up at some point tonight. I don't know if it'll be later or as soon as this is over, pretty much right after this is over. I don't know. Shot past the post. 31st minute. Watch out for Juarez. Sure. Yeah, I would think so. Juarez or jobber. 32nd minute. Imagine not streaming Messi. I'm going to be live for that game. I just don't have time to review it. I hate that I don't have time to review it. But I'll still be live for it, which means at least I get it as content. But then again, my streams do better anyway, so on average. So LAFC could beat Juarez. I think LAFC will beat Juarez. It's Leon they're going to have a problem with. I don't see why Leon wouldn't beat them again. Larcamon is a genius. If they played the group stage, I think it would have been different. Here's the problem, though. They had a bye. Yeah, their form has gotten a bit better, LAFC, but they're not out of the doldrums yet. Larcamon's a genius. So, if they were a buzzsaw, I'd be like, yeah, they're coming back for revenge. They're probably going to get it. The Florida Derby is going to be interesting in Miami versus Orlando. I hope Messi can score on Pedro Gallese. I mean, Messi will, frankly. I think he was talking about the review part of it. Watch out for Toluca. They actually played well against Colorado last night. I have to agree. Ambriz is a good manager. I don't know what the hell is going on here. 33rd minute, ball crossed in. 33rd minute. Cleared away, 1-0. Yeah, I was a minute behind because of that. Pedro will brick wall tomorrow. Sorry, I'm going for Miami. I need the views. No hard feelings. I need the views. "34th minute. Messi takes a free kick. Pedro is screwed. Well, Pedro's actually a good goalkeeper, so maybe he'll make a save. Unlike the Cruz Azul keeper, Godinho. 35th minute. 1-0, 1-0, Real Esteli with 10 minutes to left to go in the half. Orlando will prevail. I mean, hey, hopefully, for your sake. Cross in. Header. The Wi-Fi on the computer is just not good right now. The Toronto Blue Jays trade deadline day with disappointment. Yeah, they got Paul DeJong. That's not good. Paul DeJong is their big trade deadline acquisition. I mean, I guess you could say Jordan Hicks, but that was a couple of days ago. Paul DeJong. They couldn't even get Teoscar back. That was going to be their biggest thing as well. Paul DeJong. Lord have mercy on my soul. Just like I have good things to say about Jordan Hicks, I only have bad things to say about Paul DeJong. Paul DeJong is a freaking crap baseball player. I don't know why they would go for Paul DeJong. Jesus Lord. I thought, well, I'd rather watch him in red with birds on the bat than the Blue Jays. But okay, shot! What a save! Who the Jays get? Paul DeJong. Shortstop from the St. Louis Cardinals. Who's been crap for his whole career. I said good things about Jordan Hicks because I've watched him play a lot as well. I've seen Paul DeJong play a lot, and he's made me want to rip my hair out. Why the hell would Ross Atkins go for him? The Mexican teams do a bit better. Shot over the bar. Oh, Esteli is just dominating this game at this point. Xelajú going to be lucky to get a point. Oh, they have a Shell advertisement on the back of their shorts. Like, this is like Whit Merrifield last year, but worse. He's had some good numbers this year. Well, I must have missed it because the Cardinals suck. When Pujols was there last year, he was crap. From like the past 7 years, he was crap. Of course, when they're finally crap, he's good. Or in comparison, he's good. Huh. I guarantee you when he's playing on a contending team, he's not good when he's playing on a contending team. Let's put it like that. But since the Cardinals are absolute ass this year, I guess his numbers look good in comparison. Or maybe they're actually good. But again, I've had no reason to watch the Cardinals this year except when they played the Jays. Because it's not fun. There's no reason. I wouldn't mind the Leagues Cup being in Mexico. We need to be challenged. I agree. I think they should play some Leagues Cup games in Mexico. Toronto FC doesn't deserve to host any games. At least right now. Kenya Middleton for Juan Corella. Yankees get a reliever. Yeah, you need more than that. You need more than that. So, what happened to Juan Soto? He went to the Padres. And he's still been pretty good. The Padres are just always underachievers. Just like the Mets. The Padres have Mets syndrome. They're incessant underachievers. But when you don't get Tony Gwynn a ring, you deserve to be incessant underachievers. Bro's making fun of his own team. It's not fun if it's true. It's not making fun if it's true. If you're bottom of the league, you don't deserve to host any Leagues Cup games. And technically they didn't. They were playing at home in the second group stage game, but they were not the home team. Technically. If you want to get down to nuts and bolts. But really, if Toronto is last in the league or second last, why would we deserve to host any home games for the next one? We don't. Well, then again, the same shit happened last year, so. No, they all play on USA Soul. There's no games in Mexico in the Leagues Cup. There's none. So they have home games, but they're still playing at Providence Park, BC Place. Tigres is playing Vancouver. Leon is playing, but they're playing at America First Field. Anybody who has a home game as a Mexican team is playing over there. So Chicago's Club America's playing at Soldier Field. They're technically the away team, but they are the away team. Cruz Azul is playing at Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium. Pumas is playing, I think they're playing at Audi Field against Querétaro. There's no games in Mexico. 40th minute, at least this year, which I think is wrong. They probably would win this. 40th minute. Substitute. Number 27 is on for Xelajú in the 40th minute. Gonzalez is on for Navarro in the 40th minute. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. 1-0 Real Esteli, 1-0. Esteli's had the way better half. '41st minute. It was a dark horse in Leagues Cup. Miami, Portland. I don't know if Portland's a dark horse, but I think Portland can make it far. Toluca, Juarez, Mazatlan, and Atlas, dark horses for me. Atlas is not going to beat New England. I don't care if they lost Bruce Arena. New England's still a pretty good team this year. Honestly, they might be better without Bruce Arena, but they're still fraudulent. But Atlas is even more fraudulent. New England's going to win. I'm giving away some of my predictions, but you know what? You want them all, watch the video after this is over. 41st minute. Cross in. Argentina women's red right back. Born in Beaverton. That's nice. Small world. Why does Danny T Radio support MLS so much? Even he knows it. Well, I'd rather you be a delusional MLS fan than a Euro snob. I like Danny's videos, and he had a pretty good video with the Apple TV thing. But to me, I mean, exactly. Realistic. Thank you. If they had Oziel, I'd give them a chance. They don't. Is this a shit show? No. It's actually a pretty good match, even though Real Esteli's dominating. Is this a shit show? No. Playing forward in the 42nd minute. Atlas has no team. Exactly. But I like Danny's videos. Besides, I'd rather be an MLS stan, a delusional MLS stan, than a Euro snob. A delusional MLS stan ain't hurt nobody. Or a Euro snob is a bully. Or Euro snobs are bullies. Atlas got lucky to win those two games 1-0. The referee screwed New York, and while Toronto's just Toronto, so anybody could beat Toronto 1-0. Hell, you put O'Fallon's freaking varsity team against Toronto, they'd still win. Whether I coached him or not. 43rd minute. I want Watchalong versus Miami as a Liga MX viewer. I never believe I'd see Watchalong versus Messi in a playoff game. Now, this is the only game I'm doing tonight. Then I'll do the League's Cup predictions. You could in the round of 16. I mean, would I rather watch it over Dallas? I mean, to be honest, I'd rather watch Mazapan play. +45th minute, +3, 1-0. Corner here. I was behind the 8 ball. 45th, 45, 46, 46, 47, 47, 48. 48th minute when the whistle is blown. It's still 1-0. Uno Acero. Esteli. I was seriously behind the 8 ball. Fox Soccer Plus is going wild. Header. Oh! Chance! Shot! Save! Esteli, luckily it's not 2. Or, well, luckily for Xelajú, it's not 2 or 3. Imagine MLS teams playing in Mexico City where its elevation is 7,350 feet higher than Denver. I get dizzy when I go. Yeah, I mean, elevation, especially in preseason, is always a hot topic. I feel like Leon knows how to play against MLS teams than most of these Mexican teams. Yeah, I agree with that. Or Larcamon's just a genius. Either way. Both could be true. How we doing, Malha? Larcamon is a genius. I think both is true. 47th minute. 1 minute to go of stoppage time. 1-0. Uno Acero. Esteli. And Xelajú find an equalizer. Olympia and Independiente anyway, topping this group. What does that shirt say? We came to reign. 2016 MLB postseason, Toronto Blue Jays. Do the Mafia own Mexican teams? No. Unless you count Grupo Orlegui as a Mafia, or Grupo Pachuca, or Grupo Caliente as a Mafia, but no actual Mafia owns a Mexican team. And it's halftime. Halftime, Middle Tiempo. 1-0. Uno Acero, Real Esteli at halftime of the CONCACAF Central American Cup, the first game ever in this tournament. Imagine Leon wins the League's Cup again. Be crazy. Wouldn't be surprising, but be crazy. Well, there you go. So, take a short break at the half, talk about the stats. Come on. Leon is the best ranked club in Mexico to make more sense than money. America Tigres and Monterrey control money like nothing, but Leon does it logically. It's a really unknown league, but you should watch some of the league Esteli is in. They broadcast all games on YouTube. Hey, if I got an open day, I might as well. Watch more of it, but it's good to see all of it's on YouTube. Might as well. So, with that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, comparison. I hate how CONCACAF does this, but Font Mob doesn't even have this game up. I feel bad for what happened to Speed. Yeah, I feel bad for him, too. I don't want to see that happen to anybody. Whether it's cluster headaches, meningitis, whatever he had. Somebody said strep, whatever. Well, I don't do that, but still. Yeah, I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. Oh, just about. What can you do? With that being said, we'll take a short break, talk about the stats of the half. We'll get this one going. Sit tight. We'll be back. For the stats, the half. 7 shots to 3. 6 shots on goal to all 3 shots on goal. 1 assist to 0. 7 steals to 2. 9 fouls to 6. 56% possession, or 55% possession to 45. 3 offside to 0. 5 corner kicks to 1. 182 correct passes to 134. 31 incorrect passes to 30. 213 passes to 164. 85% pass accuracy to 82% pass accuracy. For me, I think Real Esteli has been the better team throughout the half. The Marlins are going for it. At least a wild card. But, again, for me, I think Real Esteli is the better team so far. I think Real Esteli want this more. I think Esteli are just showing Xelajú the ropes. I think Esteli has more CONCACAF experience, or that's Champions League, CONCACAF League, or where it's CONCACAF League, Champions, or whatever. They have more. See what this is. Damn it, they are showing that. Okay. But again, I think Esteli is the better team of the two. I think Esteli's dominating. They're showing Xelajú the ropes. There's absolutely really no way that I don't see Xelajú coming back into this match. They need to have a better second half, but the way they're playing, they're just allowing the game to pass them by, and I don't think that's a way to win. I think the way to win is you play. You play till your lungs give out. And they're not. They're just letting the game pass them by. So again, the second half, Xelaju's got to give more effort, but I don't know if they will. There will be more MLS teams in the quarterfinals than Mexican teams, but I think in the end, a Mexican team will win the trophy. That's as much as I'm going to give you, because I'm doing the knockout stage predictions. That'll be premiering later at 7:50. So as I'm putting up the RSR, it should be uploading as I'm waiting for the premiere is premiering. So once that's done, should be able to watch the RSR for this game. So I had it figured out. I recorded it in the morning and put it up, but with that being said, I won't give you everything, okay? Watch the predictions, but I will give you, I think a Mexican team wins this tournament. Even though there will be more MLS teams throughout the knockout stage or until the Final Four. There will be more MLS teams, but I think Liga MX will overcome the odds in the end. I'll give you that much as after watching the group stage. So that's where we stand. But again, it'll be fun to see Luis Chavez in Leagues Cup. You're all going to see him play for like 60 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes. So enjoy him because he'll be eliminated very quickly. If he hadn't left yet, which is the crazier part. So what would happen if the Leagues Cup will create different formats in the next year? If they will create for CONCACAF Champions Cup in the next 2 years, and will they be the same? It'll still be the same format, my guess. It would still be the same format as this all goes. So I don't think there's going to be a change in format. Hope Pachuca proves wrong. Again, I'm going to stand with it. Pachuca, I'm going to stand with it. Pachuca, the last time they played a team that made them look, gave them hell, they lost. At home, by the way. When Motagua gave them hell, they lost. Houston is going to give Pachuca hell. And it's in Houston. Yeah, they're going to get it done. Houston, mind you. I would not. Second half started 1-0 Fortaleza, Sudamericana. Wish CONCACAF teams could at least play in the Sudamericana, if not the Libertadores. Basically, Pachuca doesn't know how to play football. Well, I mean, they're not really that good right now. Like, they've definitely, from their best, they definitely have dropped hard. So, if they were at their best, yeah, they beat Houston. I don't think they would now. So. But who knows? Isn't Pachuca going to lose Luis Chavez? I thought that's what was going to happen. Second half's about to start here. Esteli's up 1. See if they hold on. But yeah, I think Chavez paid his release clause. So who even knows if he's going to play since they had a bye? Who even knows? Somebody kick the cone. And picks up the cones. But Xelajú to kick off the first half or second half. The first ever second 45 of CONCACAF Central American Cup. Not again. Don't kick the cone. Don't kick the damn cone. Kick the cone. And we're off. '45th minute. Esteli starting off just how they ended. Oh! Cross! Header! Low! Chance! Ball lost! They have a chance again over the bar! Corner for Real Esteli. Yeah, that was the reference. 46th minute. Boom, boom, boom. Header, oh. Yeah. '47th minute. No subs for Esteli at the half. '48th minute. And for Xelajú, looks like no subs either at the half. How far do you think Alajuelense will go, especially with Alan Moreno? They're going to go to the final. I think Alajuelense versus Olympia is going to be the final of the Central American Cup. I think we're going to have a rematch of the CONCACAF League final last year. I don't see why we wouldn't. I don't see why we wouldn't. It's going to be Alajuelense Olympia. I still think they're the best two teams in their country, and they're the best teams in Central America right now. I think Saprissa still has to bridge the gap. I still think Motagua has to bridge the gap. I still think Herediano, they got a way to go. I think this tournament's pretty chalky, or will be pretty chalky. I think it's pretty predictable. I mean, CONCACAF League was too, but if you watch the Central American Cup predictions, you would have known my predictions. But 49th minute. The group stage goes through this whole month. Then at the end of September, the quarterfinals will be played. The start of the quarterfinals will be played. Then there's a semifinal and play-in. Silva's signing with Atlanta. And Toronto ain't doing nothing. Just because our transfer window closes don't mean others do. So we could still sell Bernadeschi or Insigne before the end of the European window, which is just bonkers. 50th minute. Ooh. Sebastian Kowalczyk to Houston from Pogoń Szczesnik. I've never heard of the guy, to be honest. I mean, Houston has made some good signings recently on players that I've really never heard of, so might as well do it again. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've never heard of the dude, but they've had some really good players they've signed recently that I've never heard of before either, before they played for Houston. So you know what? I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Good signing. And if it doesn't, you can't hold it against. If it's not, you can't hold it against me because I never heard of the dude before. I'm just giving Houston the benefit of the doubt. So ball played forward. 51st minute. Esteli's still the team on the front foot today. Here's a chance. Could it be a second cross save? And picked up and be cleared. Real Esteli's bound to score another before Xelajú even scores one. I guarantee it. Flat. They've played flat. Xelajú have played so flat. Oh! That's going to be a corner for Esteli. Esteli just still dominating this game. They're playing awesome. A free kick, but it is a corner, okay. Just arguing it, that's all. '52nd minute, ball crossed in. Header save! Wow. If anybody on Xelajú is trying today, it's their keeper. It's their keeper. That's the only reason this is 1-0. There's some things that some keepers wouldn't save that he saved. He's standing on his head. I got to give it because the rest of the team don't look that good. Their keeper, though, playing some good football, or at least making some saves. I don't know if his patience will be rewarded. I don't think it will be, but or his work will be rewarded. I don't think it will be, but good save. Xelaju's keeper is keeping them in this game. Easy. Not easy work, but they're making good saves. Will this be a good Gold Cup group for 2025? USA, Jamaica, England. There'll be a fourth team, but it'll be a fun group to watch. I'd say USA, England probably get out, but Bonilla, yellow card. It won't hit the same when USA and England play in like June instead of Thanksgiving Day or Black Friday. That game sucked anyway. It did not live up to its expectations. Cross in. Esteli has a chance. Shot over the bar. But, I got to say, USA playing England on Black Friday was something. Two substitutes for Xelajú. Their second window. They have 2 subs left in one window. Quezada for Lom. Darwin Lom has been taken off. He ain't done nothing. And Tinoco is on for Vargas. Trying to change the game, I guess, here. '55th minute. '55th minute. Okay, good. Cross in. That's out for a goal kick. Xelaju's first really big chance. And nothing comes of it. 55th minute. Plays on. Forward. Oh! Oh! The Central American Cup they're playing both Central American Cup games on Tubi after this. And they put freaking bowling on instead and put this on Fox Soccer Plus. Well, at least I can watch the other two. Yay. Lovely. Kowalczyk is a Polish professional footballer who plays as a midfielder, played at Pogoń Szczecin. 52 appearances, 11 goals until he signed for Szczecin in 2016. 169 appearances, 19 goals. That's actually pretty good. Garaskia might be going, so they probably need a player like Kowalczyk to be his replacement. I think that may be a good signing. But the other 2 CONCACAF Central American Cup games that I'm not covering tonight are going to be on Tubi. So, on the Fox Sports on Tubi channel. So that's what Rory was talking about when he said Tubi. The other 2. I'll still watch the other 2. Might as well. '58th minute. I thought when he said Tubi, I was like, oh, this game's on Tubi too? Cool. And then I saw PBA. I'm like, I didn't think to scroll. And then then I look back, it said Central American Cup. I'm like, I was thinking maybe it's the other 2 because it's not even on Fox Soccer or FoxSports.com. I'm like, maybe it's the other 2. And there it is. So, Alajuelense So the Coban Olancho game. Or the Coban Jokero game. And Alajuelense Olancho are the two later today. But I'll still watch them, even though I'm not covering them. And I'm doing other things as I'm watching them. 58th minute. But I was always going to do the first ever Central American Cup game, especially if it was an open day. And guess what it was? I could have done two, but I still had to do the Leagues Cup knockout predictions. So here we are. I got to eat, and then I got to eat at some point. Playing on Ford. Garcia for Bonilla. That being said, being played forward here. VIX and 2DNA for Spanish. I don't have VIX. That's the problem. I don't have the VIX app. That's the problem. Probably should get it, but it's on Tubi, saw it on CONCACAF's website. Well, honestly, they barely even put over the fact that it was on Fox and Tubi, at least for this. But they did for the Caribbean, though. I don't know if that was an oversight or not, or they just got that done in the 11th hour. But you would think. 61st minute, 1-0. Plays on. 61st minute. Aviles is going to be a great signing for Miami. I agree. Cross in. Header. By the way, I'm just going to tell y'all, I think when it comes to my book, to hold it out, to let it finish the year, I think games I'm only going live for, not reviewing, I think I'm going to leave them out of the book and only put the games in the book that I'm reviewing, which is really what I should have done in the first place. But so on some of my live streams, if you don't see the book, don't worry. It's me just saving pages to make sure this book gets through the rest of the season, because with all that we're doing, I'm probably going to guess that if I got to ratchet it back up, I will. But if you think about it, you add in the international breaks, and then Yeah, that's smart, exactly. Because there's only 84 pages left, and there's only 48 pages left. If you times that by 2, because it's front and back, that's 80, 16, so that's 96 pages. And then there's like that one extra back page. That's 97 matches. I guarantee you that, hell, I'm probably doing 97 more reviews by the Super Bowl, right? Lucas is going to Saudi. Like, by the Super Bowl, or at least by the end of the year, but I really don't want to start putting games into that book until it's actual football matches into the new book. So, sort of running into next season, to be honest. But if I had to just, at the end of the year, stop using this and then go to the next season in the new book, it is what it is. But is what it is. 64th minute. I would guess there's probably 97 more reviews that I'm going to have to do over the rest of the year, I bet. With everything I'm doing, and then adding the international breaks, and then adding the Club World Cup probably, and I mean, it's only August. I'm sure there's 97 more. '65th. Player down, 65th minute. 25 more minutes to go. Lucas is going to Saudi to have replacements. Diego Rossi, not like for like, but you get my point. Diego Rossi's a damn good player, though. I mean, if he's as good as he was at LAFC, they might have just struck gold. Man, I miss Tim Bezbachenko. What are we doing? Thoughts on Edison Cavani going to Boca Juniors? It's a crazy move, and just imagine that Edison Cavani is going to be playing on the same team as Lucas Hansen. Like, how weird is that? A former Toronto FC player is going to play with one of the best players in world football of our generation. Like, that's just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. How we doing, Isaiah? Next All-Star would be cool to see All-Star MLS versus All-Star Saudi. I wish they'd go back to Mexico MLS All-Stars. Liga MX MLS All-Stars. That's all it should be. Substitution for Esteli. And it looks like this game's going to get out of hand. Cavani's playing for Boca. Lucas Hansen plays for Boca now. They both play for the same team. 1-0, 1-0, Esteli. That's cool. Going to Saudi Arabia is nobody's dream. That ain't nobody's dream. The only people's dreams it would be already are there. 67th minute substitution here. Esteli still dominating so far. Hernandez for Montserrat. Montserrat comes on for Hernandez. Esteli's going to dominate this match. They're going to hold on. Did he do the Tevez strategy of retirement? No, I think they just let him go, whoever he was playing for. Oh, the high club, decent retirement? I'm guessing that's the case. I would say that. Blue Jays down by 2. Damn it. That sounds pretty good. Chorizo and egg burrito was fire. That sounds awesome, to be honest. I'm going to have to try something like that. That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. I didn't think it would, but that sounds amazing. Cross in. Oh, chance. Esteli shot. Put past the post. 69th minute. That shot was not nice. Should be able to. Suarez's career might end because of knee injuries and issues. Louis said. I don't want to see MLS teams play European teams anymore in the All-Star game. I don't. They're going to kick our ass. Especially if we play before Leagues Cup, and the players probably care more about the Leagues Cup. What's the point? Like, do you want the showcase of MLS to be MLS getting their ass kicked? You don't. They can beat Liga MX. They probably could beat Saudi, but really, I don't like that showcase either. Was going to swim with friends, but weather crapped on that. That sucks. 71st minute. 1-0, 1-0. MLS versus Boca. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Do some Colombia Bowl teams if you can't. Do you do fantasy MLB? No. I don't either. It should be MLS versus Liga MX or East versus West. Exactly. Plays on. That could have been an underhanded handball, but that's pushed over the bar. They think it's a handball. 71st minute. I mean, yeah, that hit his arm as he was bringing it down. MLS would lose to Boca by 15. If they didn't lose to Arsenal by 20, how would they lose to Boca by 15? Corner? No. Crossing in. Header. Center. Shot. Past the post. 72nd minute. Thank God I did shopping before the rain came. Went to Ulta for shampoo. Five Below for a poster. World Market to check it out. Zoomies and Tilly's because I saw cool stuff last time. World Market? I like World Market. Is there still one around here? I don't know if they moved it or not, but I like World Market. It's a good place. I've been there a good share of times. I've been there a very good share of times. 73rd minute. Lemus coming on for Herrera, and Xelajú making their final subs. And De Leon is off for De Leon. Yeah, at least it used to be right by the target. I don't know if they moved it or not. I didn't pay attention, but there at least used to be one, if not still there. Doesn't catch my eye like it used to, so. But at least there was. Ah, I haven't been there that recently to find that olive oil, but Boca Juniors ranking is 92, unfortunately. Well, yeah, that would make sense. So, like World Market, Shallow, Illinois. Where's River Plate? It's Argentina. Actually, let me look it up. Give me like 5 seconds. No, they closed it in 2019. They closed it in 2019. I thought so. Yeah, it got closed in 2019. But I was there a lot before it got closed. I figured it did. I remember hearing about it. January of 2019 is when World Market got closed. So we used to have one. I was there a lot when we used to have it, but nice. But it was nice. Oh, I think they moved the Michaels over. That's what happened. Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah. Or did Soccer Master move? Either way. Exactly. Or did Soccer Master move in there? Because I think Soccer Master moved stores too. That was way too big of a store. I think Michaels moved, which let Soccer Master move a couple doors down. Which reminds me, I have to go get my jerseys pressed. Local, local store that sells football kits and football equipment. They have footballs, European kits, St. Louis stuff. They have cleats. They have goalkeeper kits. They have boots, goalkeeper kits. They have odds and ends. They have ref kits too. But that's just locally. I'm sure there's stores like that. What's the level of the Canadian Soccer League compared to the MLS? Canadian Premier League's League One, USL League One level, if not a little bit over that. Forge is definitely a USL Championship lower tier team, but some of the teams are more League One tier. It's sort of that. True. Good to hear. They believe they can make a run too. I like it. 77th minute. Local markets and stores, aka Shopee Shops, TikTok created a term that you should search up on TikTok are the way to go. Better quality products always. I would agree with that. I don't think there's any, but most of those Shopee Shops are probably in St. Louis than here. Maybe Belleville, but I wouldn't say. That's the problem, right? That's the problem. No, they aren't in the suburbs. Like, of course, Delmar Loop probably got Shopee Shops. Well, they did. I bet they still do. I have no reason to go since the melting pot got moved. Or got closed over there, and then the one that we go to is Town and Country, but I have no reason to go to the Delmar Loop. Why would I? Well, I mean, I guess. Still be nice to go, but. '78th minute. Cross in. '78th minute. 12 minutes plus stoppage time to go in this game. Oh. Exactly. '79th minute. Oh. Esteli looks like they'll close this game out. I don't see why they wouldn't, to be honest. Esteli dominated throughout. Xelajú never had a chance. Never had a chance. And if they score, this one definitely will be over. That should be a free kick. Yep, free kick at the top of the box. Rightfully so. Funniest story about World Market is if you've ever watched Steve Spangler's videos, you know that he makes all these scientific gadgets, right? And I've watched a lot of Steve Spangler's demonstrations. Hell, sometimes I go back to them anyway. But they actually had the Mentos geyser tube, some of those gadgets. They had the Mentos geyser tube at World Market back probably, 2012? So over a decade ago, 11 years ago. And this is when I was really watching those demonstrations, those Spangler videos, experiment videos. I was like, when I saw, I was like, I'm buying the Mentos tube because I didn't know they would have it there. They did. Then, a week or two later, I did 4 or 5 Mentos soda geysers. It was store brands, Cola, Coca-Cola, Fanta. See which one did better. So, yeah. Everybody knows the Mentos and Coke thing. Everybody does. Or the Mentos and soda thing. But 81st minute. So, that's just one of the more interesting stories. And one of the more interesting things I remember about World Market. As I said, I was there a lot when it was open. A lot. So. 82nd minute. Also, got a lot of Japanese snacks from there that you normally can't find. High chews, those chocolate covered almonds, those panda chocolates, I think. I've always known indie means independent, but that's because of independent wrestling promotions. That's why I knew. That indie wrestling is why I know indie means independent, if I'm being completely honest. You effing carny. What? I'm the carny. is the point. I'm the carny. I never said I wasn't. Never said I wasn't a carny. Takes a shot, blocked away. That should be a handball. Yeah, South American football fans are just absolutely they're on another level. They're on another level. Like, I'd say the most dedicated football fans are South American and Central American fans. Like, they're on another level. Like, there's something. 84th minute. Like, I respect it, but there's something. Like, I wish. Like, European fans don't have the passion South American fans do. I don't. Hell, even Spain fans don't have that passion. Italian fans, they do. They could give you a run for their money. Italian fans could give run for their money, but Argentinos Juniors won, Fluminense won. Both teams down to 10. That's interesting. 84th minute. 1-0 Esteli, 1-0. Pizarro's on for Esteli for Bonilla, the goal scorer. It's more fun than sitting with the Rapids fans, though, isn't it? It would be nuts. Those South American fans would take over any MLS stadium. I mean, hell, the Mexican fans do it already. Just imagine Boca coming up to play an MLS team. Like, the only MLS fans that are going to be there in the supporters section for the MLS teams, the MLS Ultras sections. Only the supporter sections will have MLS fans. All the rest of the stadium's going to have South American fans. They're going to be outnumbered to hell and back. Well, I mean, they did, considering they won, and Colorado didn't even try. Colorado looked like crap. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I thought Toluca was going to win and be the better team anyway. I'm not surprised. But Colorado sort of disappointed me, to be honest, because guess what? I watched like half and change of that game because of the rain delay. Well, I watched that the second half, and just a little bit over of half of the game. Wasn't good. At least for Colorado. I think Toluca played very well, but Colorado. You think they'd at least try to look a little bit better. They didn't even try. And they had to score, 3 goals to go through? Or Toluca. And Breeze is doing good things with them, I have to say. '87th minute. I don't think it should be that long a stoppage time, though. I think we should be able to finish this out. 87th minute, 1-0. 1-0 Real Esteli. Dominating this game. Xelajú has never had a hope. Especially after the goal went in. They've never had a hope. And here's a chance. Here's a chance. Esteli, could they have a chance to put it out? And it's over the bar. 87th minute. Ugh. Typical Rapids. So glad I went as a neutral. There's a reason why you're an LAFC fan now. And a Miami fan. I honestly don't blame you. I don't think I'd full on say do what you did with the Rapids. I definitely probably would care more about, well, no, I don't know about that, but the closest I would do is probably care more about St. Louis and Miami. Even then, that's questionable. 88th minute. Oh, I thought you were. My bad. I thought you were. It's just Miami. You have is it the Acosta kid? Is that what it is? They got me confused. 88th minute. More like you were rooting for your boy Acosta. Is that what it is? Is that what got me confused? 89th minute. They ain't got much, so it's going to be even worse for them. Corner for Xelajú in the 89th minute. 1-0, 1-0. Headed away past the posts. Goal kick. Figured. '89th minute. Getting close to stoppage time. As long as it's 8 minutes of stoppage time or less, I'll be able to finish this game without having to worry about reloading it, which I don't think it'll be 8 minutes, but who knows? 30 seconds. '90th minute. 15 seconds to the 90th minute. 10 seconds. It's the 90th minute. How much stoppage time? Goal kick. 5 minutes. Fair. Esteli has a chance here to put this one away. They do not, at least for now. Shot blocked away, still with Esteli. A goal puts this one away and gives Esteli the first 3 points in CONCACAF Central American Cup history. Good dear. Saludos. Welcome. You mean Columbus? You mean Columbus Rayados? Toronto played Tigres before. I did do a classic on that, but I wasn't. All right. But either way, welcome. 92nd minute, shot save. I would agree with that. Problem is St. Louis. Must have been Columbus. Exactly. Yeah. We were on the same side of the bracket. We just got beat by Cruz Azul after beating Leon. But Columbus is Toronto South, so you're not that far off, to be honest. You're not that far off, to be honest, especially at that point. So you're not far off. They were on the same side of the bracket, so you weren't far off. But we would have played Rayados had we beaten Cruz Azul. We would have lost, but I don't know. Perez might have actually, I don't know. That's what could have been that I don't really want to talk about. Well, '93rd minute, cross. That's a different intro. Are you going to make a knockout bracket prediction? I was putting that up after this was over. So at 7:50, the knockout bracket, the Leagues Cup knockout predictions will premiere. So I'm going to, so I have enough time to record this RSR, put it up, and then be ready for the premiere because I was going to be in the chat as the premiere was going. And then as the premiere is going, this RSR will be uploading. So by the time the premiere is done, this will either already be up or just freshly new, the RSR for this game. So there you go. 93rd minute. So yeah, I already recorded the knockout predictions in the morning and put it up and got it ready for premiere. So it's ready to go. So I'll see you then. So this, oh, by the way, this stream should redirect you there as well. After this is over, it should redirect you to that screen. So just sit tight there. Of course, you'll have to wait a bit, but it'll redirect you to that premiere screen. So, because of course, stuff to get this done, I think. In a jar. What country does that? Okay. Hot dog flavored water, much? Nobody got the Limp Biscuit reference, I know. 1 minute to go, 1-0, 1-0. So this should redirect you after this ends. Should redirect you to that screen. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Esteli is dominating this game, and that should be that. Of course, Koban Imperial and Joko Ro is about to play on Tubi. And I'll watch it as I'm doing all this stuff. And I'll watch Alawalense Olancho later. Second yellow. Free kick here. Seconds to go. '95th minute. Playing forward. Goal kick, and that should be full time. Full time. It is 1-0. 1-0 to Real Esteli. They win the first ever CONCACAF Central American Cup game. They get the first 3 points in CONCACAF Central American Cup history. Real Esteli dominate. Xelajú never had a chance. And it's done. 1-0. Down in Esteli. 1-0. With that being said, if you like the stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you again at 7:50 for the Leagues Cup group stage recap. Again, my overarching thoughts about the group stage, because I did in the morning. I didn't really want to go over all the groups. It would have taken me way too long, and let's be honest, it is what it is. And then my knockout predictions. So there will be some overarching thoughts about the group stage, then knockout predictions. You don't want a 50-minute video anyway, don't you? So, 7:50, that premiere will happen. And then the RSR for this game will be up as that premiere is finishing. Very likely, or it would already be up, depending how quick this does. But at the very least, you should be able to watch this as soon as the premiere is over. So with that being said, congratulations to Real Esteli on the win. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.